Well, hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day, and today we're going to talk about some makeup-y news. This usually isn't something I do, but I like the idea of it, and this was kind of a big deal to me. I think this is a big deal. So today, Becca Cosmetics just announced that they're closing the brand, which is enormous. They're owned by Estee Lauder. This is a big deal, and it's not something we see too often. So while this was announced today, I pushed back today's video that I had for today just to rush this one out there, but I want to talk about their statement as well as what I think the reasons behind this were and why this is a big deal. So without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started with it, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I feel like I overlined my lips too much today and I feel like I look funny, but I use a Colored Rain liquid lipstick and I love their liquid lipstick formula and the colors of it, but some of their ones, not all of them, but some of them are really long flat ones, and I kept messing up and overdrawing, and I was like, if I try to fix it, it's gonna mess up my foundation, so I might as well just leave it. But let me know if you like it or don't down below, I guess. But let's go ahead and read Becca's Instagram statement. So they have 3.8 million followers on Instagram, which is a ton of people, and I'm not very good at reading things out loud, so bear with me, but I'm gonna read their statement. So it says, an important message to our Becca beauties, glowing with gratitude. You're all our Becca family, part of this beautiful community that supports us and shares our values. It's because of our love for each of you that we are sharing with you now some very important news about the closing of our brand in September 2021. So they're closing the brand. The rest of the statement says the global pandemic has had an impact on every one of us on the world, around the world in many levels. It has also had a tremendous impact on so many businesses. At Becca, an accumulation of challenges together with the global impact of COVID-19 has sadly been more than our business could withstand, and we have made this heartbreaking decision to close Becca at the end of September 2021. And it goes on to say thank you for support and stuff like that. So Becca's closing, as you know from the title of this video. But so I don't think this is surprising because Becca is so huge. Everyone knows Becca. It's a OG kind of brand that's been around forever, but I feel like a lot of us would be surprised too. So according to the comments section, I read a bunch of the comments on the Becca post, which is everyone being sad. I looked at Makeup Craze's page when they announced this as well and looked at the replies to that. A lot of people weren't surprised. So I kind of feel that people are this is sad because it's classic, but what have they done lately that's really outstanding? So I have a little list of reasons here. So let's go over why it matters first before we get into the reasons why I think this happened. So why it matters, the first thing is this is kind of an OG thing, especially for people in the makeup space, especially on YouTube and stuff. This is one of those first makeup products that kind of went viral, was the Champagne Pop highlighter. They had so many highlighters that went really popular back in the day. Jaclyn Hill was one of the first collaborators with a brand ever. It was a big deal, and it was with Becca, and they had a Becca palette together. I feel because this is such a classic brand that's been around since beauty YouTube started, it's something people have a lot of nostalgia towards, which I completely understand. And personally, I feel they took, let's say the one star of the brand really was Champagne Pop highlighter. They really took that one staple product and messed with it. They made it a million different packagings. They made the same thing in this packaging, in little mini forms, that go inside of little trinkets for holiday gifts and stuff. They just redid the same thing over and over again, and it's nothing new, but that's really they had one product that really stuck out to everybody. A lot of people love their foundation, their primers and stuff too, but that was their one thing everyone knew them for, and they just overdid it too much, and then people outdid their product with better products. There's so many better highlighters now that I feel people love more. Even if you want more of a subtle glow from within, there's better quality for the price tag, I think. So for the $38 Becca price, I think it is, I could be wrong about that price, but I think for the regular highlight is $38, you can get a beautiful base highlight, Ofra highlight like I'm wearing today. You can get something more on the sheer side. You can support an indie brand, or you can get something just as highlighty and just as pretty on the skin for a cheaper price from, say, Colourpop. Next up, this is one of the first brands that people really pushed without having affiliate links. This was a brand that was sending out PR very early on to influencers, especially on YouTube. They kind of caught that market right at the right time, and people were buying their products, and YouTubers weren't getting affiliate links, so they were making more profit off of it, and I feel that was really good for them too. Next up on the list, we have that it's owned by Estee Lauder, which is huge, you guys. It's huge, okay? Now, Becca was acquired by Estee Lauder in 2016 for $200 million. That really is not that long ago. If you think it's technically 2021, but it's still the very beginning of 2021, so let's pretend it's 2020 for a second because it feels the same. They've been owned for 4 years. 4 years. Why can't I talk? So 4 years, $200 million for them to get the assets to own the brand. Is it really, did they get their money back from Becca that they put in when it originally was more popular several years ago? Because I feel like the last couple of years, they haven't done anything to make us feel like they're still popular, and the fact that we know they're huge and they're owned by Estee Lauder. But $200 million, did they get their money back in that investment? I don't know. This is also the first major brand that I can think of that's closed their doors, other than like small indie brands and stuff, because that happened a lot last year, since like CYO, like classic CYO, which was affordable. You could find it at drugstores and stuff, but this is the first like major brand in a long time that's like high end that has really shut down and made like a statement about it. Like some brands withdrew from stores and stuff last year. We had a lot of that, but they're still going on their own websites. This is even shutting, like Becca's even closing their website and everything on like September 2021. So this is kind of a big deal because of that. Now let's start talking about the reasons I think this happened. So number one, like they said in the statement, 2020 market did not do well. People were not buying makeup. Honestly, as a makeup YouTuber, I feel more of the effects of this in 2021 recently, because I feel like in 2020 people were still thinking this is going to be over soon and we can just like keep some marketing out there. Everything will go back to normal. Just keep the pace. And now that it's 2021 and things haven't got back to normal, people are like, okay, we don't know how long this is gonna last. Let's not invest in anything. AdSense is down. Like everything's down for people on YouTube, it seems like, at least in the beauty space, because it's not a priority technically. So I feel like that has to do with it. Also, Becca's marketing campaigns have not been like other brands. So next up, let's talk about like what makes that matter. The fact that they have a lot of failed launches. Let's talk about what you think the last thing you can think Becca released was. Because a lot of us are going to think, ooh, that stupid zero pigment scam of a product they released. The zero pigment foundation. That was not a foundation. It did nothing for your skin. It was goop in a jar. And it also wasn't good as a primer either. And it looked like trash on top with foundation underneath of it. And like, it was trash. I made it my worst product, my worst of 2020 list. It was the worst product that came out in 2020, and I feel like a lot of us can agree with that. The last thing I can think of that came out after that was a Hydro Tint lip balm I was really excited for. I got one, and it smelled like potpourri. It smelled like old lady potpourri, like it was not good. And there's nothing wrong with potpourri, I'm just like, it had that smell, like you would smell like, it smelled bad, but like really pretty packaging. That's something Becca has, is like okay products, it seems like, but beautiful packaging. Like the packaging is beautiful on these things. Like their highlighter compacts, stunning, but they're not keeping up with the quality of the products, and there's nothing revolutionary. Can you tell me something that Becca came out with that is really like, ooh, I really need that? Because I can't personally. Like they've had some good foundations, okay? Their eyeshadow palettes have been pretty, but their eyeshadow formula is not up to par with what you can get for a way cheaper price nowadays. Like drugstore brands have stepped up their game, so their price tags are way lower and better quality than some of these other big brands that have been around forever and just think, oh, we always charge these prices, we can keep charging these prices. You can't keep your quality the same as it's always been, like and leave your prices really high. Like you gotta kind of compromise, either improve your quality, improve your packaging, improving like your aesthetic, improving like how you communicate with the brands and like influencers and your community and stuff, or lower your prices. But Estee Lauder is known for being expensive, so I doubt that was gonna happen. Next up is like their failure to evolve, which I feel like we just covered. But the fact that they never made like huge campaigns. You never really saw Becca sponsoring YouTube videos anymore, because they used to just give out free product, and that was the first PR people ever got. Like back in the day, they always thought we can just send free stuff and not have to sponsor anybody, and they'll talk about it. And to an extent, like I don't mind someone sending me something for free. I'll talk about it if I like it. Like I don't have a problem with it. But when like millions of followers, people with millions of followers and stuff have so many products sent to them and some are sponsored, they're more likely to take the sponsorship and get the cash than they would for something that seems mediocre, overpriced, and kind of subpar, and then not be sponsored for it. They're not going to mention it as much. Like if you had amazing quality, I don't think you'd have to worry about sponsoring videos and stuff. But the fact that it's just always been the same middle ground, like it's good but it's not perfect. Sorry, my phone went off. You gotta step it up a little bit, I think. Like you have to either invest in influencer marketing or improve everything and make it exciting, people want to see. Or like, again, lower the prices. Because these products are always found in TJ Maxx and stuff, and that's not shade, okay? Because I love TJ Maxx, I love TJ Maxx makeup, you guys, because like sometimes there's some good stuff in there. But you always see these things in there. They always invest in tons of holiday things, which is those little mini highlighters. They come in like a little container, like a little ornament, and that's fun and cute, but they always make so many. I always see their holiday products or their special packaging or, you know, all kinds of things, limited edition packaging. They always release highlighters, limited edition packaging all the time. I find that in TJ Maxx all the time. So you're selling it for a discounted price rather than just lowering your overall prices to fit like what the market wants. Because like a brand like Colourpop, for example, or Makeup Revolution are doing fantastic at a way lower price, especially like brands that are exciting, but still like don't do anything exotic, you know? Like, you know, some brands like Milani I feel like is doing well recently because they have collections that are really pretty and they're fruity and they're juicy and they have nice primers and stuff coming out, but they're not overly exciting. I feel like Becca could have done that and saved their brand. But anyways, you guys, I think overall, like, I don't feel like they evolved. I feel like 2020 took a hit on everyone. 2021 has too. And I feel like they could have improved. But I'm still curious as to whether Estee Lauder got their investment back on Becca. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think down below. What do you feel about this? Is it weird? I think it's shocking that they're closing. But also, I'd love to know a brand down below you're worried about may close in 2021 as well. Because personally, first thing I thought of was like, ooh, Becca's closing. I thought of Smashbox. They have pretty stuff. People love their products. But I haven't seen anything exciting and I can't even tell you how long. So let me know a brand you're speculating about maybe closing in the future down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.